Hello friends, let us start with lesson number 2, that is linear correlation. Now what is correlation? If there are simultaneous changes in the values of two variables due to direct or indirect cause effect, then it is said that there is correlation between two variables. Now where correlation is of two types, it can be positive correlation, it can be negative correlation. Now how the correlation changes takes place and how we will come to know whether it is positive, whether it is negative. Now positive correlation, when the changes in the values of two correlated variables are in the same direction and there is a cause effect relation between two variables, the correlation is said to be positive. It means if the two variables are given to us, if one is having increase and another is also having increase, that means both are having positive relation. But if when the changes in the values of two correlated variables are in opposite direction and there is cause effect relation between two variables, the correlation is said to be negative. For example, demand and price. Positive correlation, we can say supply and price. Now what is correlation coefficient? The measure of the strength of a linear correlation between two variables is called the correlation coefficient. And the correlation coefficient is denoted by R. The correlation coefficient is denoted by R. Now let us see how many types of methods or how many types of sums we are having in the linear correlation. In linear correlation, we are having three methods. First one is scatter diagram method, second one is Karl Pearson product moment method, third one is Spearman rank correlation method. Again, scatter diagram, it is divided into five types of diagrams. Karl Pearson method, again three types. Rank correlation, that means Spearman rank correlation method, again two types. Now let us see how the scatter diagrams is being drawn. As I said, scatter diagram is of five types. Now which are these five types? First one is perfect positive correlation. Next is perfect negative correlation. Partial positive correlation. Partial negative correlation. Lack of correlation. Scatter diagram is of five types. First one is perfect positive correlation. Perfect negative correlation. Partial positive correlation. Partial negative correlation and lack of correlation. Now let us see in detail what are these. Let us see in detail what are these. Now see, here I have drawn the diagram. Here it is x-axis, the horizontal one, and the vertical one is y-axis. If all the points scatter from left to right in upward direction in a straight line, it is called perfect positive correlation between two variables x and y. We can see here, if all the points are going in upward direction in a straight line from left to right, it is said to be a perfect positive correlation. Next, what is perfect negative correlation? If all the points scatter from left to right in a downward direction, means if all the points are scattering from left to right but in a downward direction, it is called perfect negative correlation between two variables x and y. Here we can see perfect positive means the points are to be scattered from left to right but in upward direction. In perfect negative means it will come from left to right but in a downward direction. This is called perfect negative correlation. Next, we can see the diagram. If all the points are scattered from left to right in upward direction but not on one straight line, it is called partial positive correlation between two variables x and y. It means the points will be scattering from left to right in upward direction but it will be not in a straight line. Few points will be out of the line. This is called partial positive correlation. If all the points are scattered from left to right in our downward direction but not in one line, it is called partial negative correlation between two variables x and y. Here we can see all the points are in a straight line but few points are out of the line. That means it is partial. Partial means few will be in a straight line, few will be out of the line. It is called partial negative. Next, lack of correlation. If all the points scatter not in particular direction but lie without any specific pattern, it is called lack or absence of linear correlation. Means points can be in any of the designs. It can be together also, it can be in a different parts also. It can be few points up, few points in the middle, few points on the down. Okay, it will not be having any specific pattern. As we have seen, we were having in a straight line from up to down, down to upward, but in this lack of correlation we will not be having any specified pattern. This is called lack of correlation, lack or absence of linear correlation, lack or absence of linear correlation. These were the five types of scatter diagram. These were the five types of scatter diagram. Now let us see Carl Pearson's method. Now, as I have said, Carl Pearson method is of three types. Carl Pearson method is of three types, but it is having three types of formula. Now, how to know whether when to put the formulas? Here I have written the question for the examples: x values and y values, x values and y values. How to know whether which formula to put? So here I have given some steps. Solution: whenever we are doing the sums of linear correlation, first step is to find total of x column and y column. First step is to find total of x column and y column. Second step is to find x bar and y bar. Second step is to find x bar and y bar. X bar formula is sigma x upon n. Y bar formula is y bar upon n. So x bar, the total is 180. That means 180 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Y bar, sigma y upon n means total of y column 130 divided by 622. And here we can see the x bar and y bar are without decimal. Here we can see the value of x bar and y bar are without decimals. So the formula will be R equals to, as we have already said, correlation denotes with R. So R equals to sigma x minus x bar bracket close, next bracket y minus y bar upon under root sigma x minus x bar the whole square into under root sigma y minus y bar the whole square. Whenever we are getting the values of x bar and y bar without decimals, at that time we have to put this formula. Next, here I have written the question for the example. Again we have done the solution. X bar, first step is to find the total of x column and y column. Second step is to find x bar and y bar. Here I have found it, x bar and y bar value. So x bar was 30.5, y bar 22.5. That means x bar and y bar are with decimals. X bar and y bar are with decimals. If both the values are with decimals or any one of the values are with decimals, at that time the formula will be R equals to n sigma xy minus in bracket sigma x in bracket sigma y upon under root n sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square into under root n sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square. If the values of x bar, y bar, both values are with decimals or any one of the values are with decimals, at that time we have to put this formula. The third one is, if the values of x and y is greater than 50, means it is having the large number of values. So the formula will be R equals to n sigma uv minus sigma u bracket close, second bracket sigma v upon under root n sigma u square minus sigma u the whole square into under root n sigma v square minus sigma v the whole square. Note, the formula is same as with decimals, means whatever formula we were having with decimals, same formula, just we have to replace x with u and y with v, as we can see. N sigma uv minus sigma u bracket sigma v upon under root n sigma u square minus sigma u the whole square into under root n sigma v square minus sigma v the whole square. Just replace x with u and y with v. Just replace x with u and y with v. Next is rank correlation. Spearman, again it is having two types of formula. Rank correlation, again it is having two types of formula. First one is When the observations of given variable x and y are not repeated, that means the values of x and y, the question is not repeating any of the numbers. At that time, the formula is r equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon, sorry, r equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n bracket n square minus 1. R equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n bracket n square minus 1. Next, here it will be having the part, okay. When the observation of given variable x and y, both either x or y are repeated, at that time the formula will be 1 minus 6 bracket sigma d square plus cf upon n bracket n square minus. Here cf formula will be sigma m cube minus m upon 12. M means number of times the observation is repeated. M means number of times the observation is repeated. Again I am saying, for not repeated rank or numbers, the formula is r equals to 1 minus 6 sigma d square upon n bracket n square minus 1. And if the observations are repeated, that means rank, if it is repeating, r equals to 1 minus 6 bracket sigma d square plus cf upon n bracket n square minus 1. This will be one part, this will be another part. First we have to solve this part, then we have to do the calculation with 1. Here also, first we have to solve this part, then we have to do the calculation with 1. Now let us see the sums. Here the question is given: a local cottage industry making various snacks sells each snack in a packet of 100 grams. From a study for price determination regarding a new kind of wafer, the following information is obtained for the price and demand. Question is given of price and demand. Okay, so x and y. Now first of all we have to find the total of x and y. See, the answer of x and bar and y bar is without decimal. Without decimal means the formula will be sigma x minus x bar y minus y bar upon under root sigma x minus x bar the whole square into under root sigma y bar y minus y bar the whole square. Now which are the columns to be prepared? First we have to prepare x minus x bar, y bar, y minus y bar, then multiplication of both these columns, then square of these two columns. Sigma means total of these two columns. Sigma means total of x minus x bar and y bar minus y minus y bar, that is 79. Sigma means total of x minus x bar the whole square, so 90 under root into next 9. First find the root, then divide it. You will be getting the answer. Next method, here again see, we can see the question. Here x value and y value. First find the x bar and y bar. Both are in decimals. So which formula? R equals to n sigma x y minus sigma x sigma y upon under root n sigma x square minus sigma x the whole square into under root n sigma y square minus sigma y the whole square. Now n 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many variables we are having? 7. Sigma xy means the total of column xy. Sigma x means total of x column. Sigma y means total of y column. Upon n sigma x square, n means number of variables. Sigma x square means total of x square column. Sigma y square means total of y square column. Sigma x the whole square means first we have to square it. Sigma y the whole square means total of sigma y, its square. We have already learned, first we have to solve the bracket ones. These two brackets are together, that means we have to multiply it first, then subtract it. Here also first we have to square it, then subtract these two numbers. We got 275 under root. Again last step is to divide. We will be getting the answer. Next, UV method. Next is UV method. Here we can see we are having the large number of variables. From the following information of the age and the blood pressure in mm, find the correlation coefficient between age and blood pressure. Age and systolic blood pressure in mm it is given to us. So we already know that it is having a large number. So first we have to find the x bar and y bar. X bar we got 58. So we will be converting first x into u and y into v. Now how to convert it? X bar we got the value as 58. So u equals to x minus 58. What is the value? 58. 58 minus 58, 0. 55 minus 58, minus 3. 65 minus 58, 7. V equals to y minus. You can take 144 also, or you can take 145 also. Next step is to find uv, u square, v square. Put the values into the variable as we have did second type of method in n sigma u xy minus sigma x bracket sigma y without with decimals, as we have put the value in the same way we have to put here also for the y bar and y square sigma y the whole square. Do the calculation, we will be getting the answers. Thank you.